BHA, YUVA, BHA, YUVA, BHA, YUVA, BHA, YUVA.
Now we will have the panel discussion, Leader's Voice, on the role of housekeeping in achieving sustainable development goals and G20 from hotels, hospitals, facilities management, airlines, entertainment, railways, cruise liners and academia. This is what the YUVAs must keenly focus on. The moderator of the discussion is Dr. Jitendra Das. I welcome you, sir, on the stage to conduct the proceedings.
I request all the YUVA to pay full attention. I do not want any kind of distraction. This is going to be one of the beautiful panel discussion where you have leaders from every vertical of housekeeping. I hope I can have full confidence. Are you all ready? Yes? Brilliant. Over to you, Dr. Jitendra. Yeah.
Suprabhat, Subodaya, Vanakam, Namaskar, Adab, Sasriyakal, and good morning to all of you here. Good morning, Bangalore. Good morning, Bangalore. Myself, Dr. Jitendra Das. I am faculty from IHM Chennai, and I am a proud member, I am a proud life member of PHA. When I entered this room, it was giving a feeling as if I am in a place called Prayagraj. Have any one of you heard this word Prayagraj in Allahabad? What is it famous for? Sangam. Well said. So Sangam, how many rivers are there? 3 rivers, good. So Sangam is a place where there is a confluence of 3 rivers, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. So I am feeling this august gathering who is present here, it is like a Sangam here. We have the confluence of brilliant PHA YUVA members as a student. We have the mentors and we have the industry leaders. So it is a beautiful confluence of similar kind, that is Sangam. So I am having a feeling I am not in Bangalore. In fact, I am in Allahabad attending a very big event, that is Kumbh Mela. All of you are aware about Kumbh Mela. It is a festival. So we all should enjoy this, where we have this confluence of 3 different rivers. Now, I would like to invite the industry leaders on this stage. I would request the students, GRMs, to kindly come forward, and I would like to request them to bring the guests onto the dais, please. First of all, I would like to invite Ms. Bindu Casey, Corporate Housekeeper, Abad Hotels and Resorts, and she is a coordinator of Kerala PHA. Let us give a round of applause for Madam. I would like to welcome Ms. Indrani Sanyal, General Manager, Housekeeping, Medica Super Speciality Hospital, Kolkata. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to welcome Mr. Ralph Sunil, Senior Vice President, Administration, JSW Steel, Vijayanagar Works, on the stage, sir. I would like to welcome Mr. Saptarshi Mukherjee, Director, Head Airside Operations, South and West India, Interglobal Aviation on the stage, please. Let us give a round of applause. I would like to welcome Mr. Ajay Singh, Environment and Housekeeping Wing, South Western Railway on the stage, please. Let us give a round of applause for sir. I would like to welcome Ms. Susan James Gowanakoppa, in charge, Shore Excursions, Royal Caribbean International Cruise Lines. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to welcome Mr. Amlan Kumar Dasgupta, Vice President, Skill Development, Presidency College of Hotel Management. Welcome, sir. So let us give a big round of applause for all our panelists here.
Check.
Thank you.
Sir and madam on this, sir and madam on this stage, our students are really waiting eagerly to hear from you all, and we thought it is a nice opportunity where our PHA members, PHA YUVA members can know directly from you about yourself. So in this context, I would request you all to give self-introduction so that they can hear directly about your biodata from your own mouth. Please, sir.
Happy morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a wonderful platform, and thank you to Ms. Jayashree for this opportunity. My name is Saptarshi Mukherjee, and I have started my career in hotels in Bangalore, of course. Then I diverted to airline, and since then, spanning of around 22 years. I currently work with Bangalore, based out of Bangalore, taking care of South and West India airside operations. It's a very, roller coaster ride as far as the journey is concerned. But what I would want to tell the young kids who just want to get off their blocks in their professional life, be capably persistent. I think that is one mantra we should all follow. That will take us miles. Sky is the limit for all of us. As eminent speakers said before me, that opportunities are available. How persistently capable I am will open that door for me. Thank you so much. Looking forward. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Ajay Singh, sir, to kindly introduce himself.
Good morning, everybody. I am Ajay Singh. I am with the Indian Railways for last 34 years. And for about 15 years, I am associated with the environment. And for last 2 years of my current assignment in Southwestern Railway, I am heading the environment and housekeeping wing for Southwestern Railway. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Amalan Kumar Dasgupta, sir, to introduce himself.
Namaskar and good morning, everybody. Started my journey in 1997 with the Park Hotels in Visakhapatnam, like one of you, and as a sales executive, and from there into operations, into skill development, graduated into skill development in 2012 with Saksham Training and Facility Management as the executive director, then into guest house management, couple of other companies, and finally I am with Presidency College of Hotel Management as the Vice President Skill Development, and couple of other companies, as I have my own business management consulting firm called Chrysalis Mavens Consulting Private Limited. And we'll speak more about us in the times to come. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Susan James, madam, to kindly introduce herself.
Good morning. My name is Susan. I started my career in Bangalore in airport. Then I moved to cargo. From past 10 years, I'm working in Royal Caribbean as a shore excursion staff and also a destination expert. So we are in the industry where it's a floating hotel. So nothing different, but we are here to guide you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Rafal Sunil sir to kindly introduce himself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be here among all of you. I'm remembering that once we were wearing that uniform and sitting, maybe those days there were no conferences like this. And every time, I am IHM 88, so probably he is teaching in my college today, Mr. Jagdish. When we were in catering college, we were thinking, what is our future? I'll tell you a small story. When I went by taxi, and I joined Taj Coromandel Hotel as chef. So taxi driver asked me, sir, aap kya karte hain? What do you do? So I told the taxi driver, sir, I'm a cook or chef in the Taj Hotel. So he said, sir, aapko dekh ke, it doesn't look like you're a chef. You must be some manager or somebody like that. So I said, okay, I'm a chef here, that is my story. After 5 years, another taxi driver, I asked me same question. Another 5 years later, another taxi driver asked the same question. What are you doing, sir? So I told him, I'm chef at the Taj. So you know what he said? Sir, you are chef, sir. You must have met Rajnikant. You must have met Amitabh Bachchan. Sir, very good, sir. You are very big man, sir. See how the hotel changed. And today I am proudly telling all of you that you are one of the best or chosen one of the best careers in your life. So I started with the Taj Group in 88. Then I went abroad for a few years to a country called Brunei. Then we set up the Merit Swiss Asian School of Hotel Management in India. First residential school in Asia for hotel management. Then I joined the corporate world and many things I have done. Also, I started the first complete entertainment mall in the country in Hyderabad called the Prasad's IMAX. If you know that, that was created largely by us. Then I joined a group called SR for 20 years. Then I became the group head for GMR Group, where we managed Delhi Airport, Hyderabad Airport, now Goa Airport, and many other infrastructures across the country. And today I am with a big company called JSW, which is a big group. And I manage a campus which is about 10,000 acres, small city. And believe me, I have more than 1,500 housekeepers working with me in this company. 1,500 people are working there. So I am happy to share my contribution and listen to all our esteemed panel members and learn more. Learning should never stop. So keep learning and growth will always be there. And one day you can reach the heights. Thank you. Looking forward to sharing more.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Ms. Bindu Kesi, madam, to kindly introduce herself.
Good morning, all. My name is Bindu Kesi. I'm a proud life member of PHA, and I have a career experience of 28 years in the industry. I joined in 1995 with the Taj Group and worked for 5 years, and then I switched to Abad Group of Hotels. Now I'm working for the Abad Hotels for the past 23 years. Now you must be wondering why 23 years in one particular organization. When I joined Abad, it was only 2 hotels of just 80 and 19 rooms. Now Abad has got 14 hotels. Each year they had one hotel added up and 3 more in the pipeline. So I got opportunity to work for the projects and the operations. So to all the upcoming stars, I would wish you all the very best, and I would say that you have chosen the right path. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Indrani Sanyal, madam, to introduce herself.
A very good morning to all of you all. A very good morning to all of you all, and feels really like he said, even I feel very energetic when I come to a hall like this, and you remember, you go down memory lane, and you just remember, you reflect on your own days. I am currently working in the healthcare sector as the general manager housekeeping in one of the hospitals in Kolkata, in one of the largest chain of hospitals in the eastern region, Medica Super Speciality Hospital. My background, however, is a hotelier. I've done my hotel management from Kolkata Taratala Institute of Hotel Management, passed out in 1989. and subsequently worked with the Taj Group of Hotels, Park Hotels, as well as the Accor Group. I have also had a short foray into the facility management, and in fact, I would say one of my most learning phases in life was with the facility management, because I understood business in a more holistic manner rather than compartmentalization in a department. I'm a life member. I feel very honored to really share the stage with such an august panel. It's a great opportunity, and it's a wonderful, wonderful group of people, professionals precisely, to put together. And to all of you all, I have only one thing to say. Have patience, have the right attitude, and I am very sure you've joined the right industry. It has immense opportunity and immense scope for you to achieve your dreams. You've joined the right industry, and all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. So, are we ready to go? Okay. So, let us just speak together. I will be telling, be a part of the solution. You all will be telling, not a pollution. Are we ready? Be a part of the solution. Be a part of the solution. Be a part of the solution. Thank you. Leave no one behind is the central transformation which is promised in the Agenda 2030 of the Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goal was adopted by United Nations in the year 2015, and the Sustainable Development Goal was born in the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, which was held in Rio de Janeiro in the year 2012. Sustainable Development Goal balances the economic, social, and ecological dimensions. Sustainable Development Goals are to be achieved by all the states, in fact all the countries, in other words, who are the member of United Nations by the year 2030. India holds the presidency of G20, and all of you are aware the theme is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means one earth, one family, and one future. We are blessed to be a part of this particular historic event where we are going to have a panel discussion on the topic role of housekeeping in achieving Sustainable Development Goals and G20. Without standing between you and the panelists, I would request Mr. Saptarshi Mukherjee sir from the aviation industry to kindly share his views about the sustainable practices in his industry. Please, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so I come from an aviation background, and for me, sustainability is perhaps, looking both ways. How a business would be viable, will sustain itself, which in turn will create more job, more prosperity for the country eventually, and what we can do for the environment. I mean, we all know that most of the business, what we come in from, do some kind of damage or the other to the environment. Aviation per se is responsible for around 2% of carbon emission in the atmosphere. I mean, if we take only transport industry, we are around 12% of carbon emission in the atmosphere. So I think it's not only, I heard one of the panel member telling, one of the speaker telling something very important, that it's the world what we leave for the next generation to come. It's we need to also enjoy, and similarly the people coming later. I also heard Barack Obama talking in a documentary that we are the first generation to experience and the last generation who can do something about climate change. We all seeing around the world how climate change is coming upon us. in a very difficult way. Life will not be the same. Seasons will not be the same. It has catastrophic effect. We have seen what's happening in northern India, what's happening in China, Europe. So that way, for us, being very responsible is important. As far as aviation is concerned, we always try to see how we leave less and less carbon footprints. So thus the evolving of the aircraft engines, the manufacturers got into different kind of engines, how we can burn less fuel, how we can make the aircraft lighter. Mind you, the lighter aircraft burns less fuel. So Indigo as an organization, when I joined initially in 2006 for the inception of the airline, we are very focused about cutting off costs. That's something which is very important because we believe in every penny saved is every penny earned. So that way, we have gone down to detail or as small as taking away the curtains from the aircrafts. A curtain weighs not more than 2 kgs. We have taken out that from the airplane so that the airplane goes 2 kgs lighter. We go to the extent that we have lavatories inside the aircraft. The lavatory needs water. We fill up the lavatories with water only to the 1/4 capacity of it. So that most of the time we have seen that the waters are unused, but it is still there in the airplane, increasing the weight. So all these small, practices, what we have incorporated over the years, and we all know what Indigo is today. I mean, I can't imagine an India without Indigo, for sure. And I'm sure most of us in this auditorium is in the same, perception. So for us, it is all about how we sustain, how confident as we as an organization. And these comes into, place with such kind of savings, which actually saves a lot of money for the exchequer. So what I would say all of us is, I heard one legend telling that human beings have reached the, ultimate evolved stage. There is no more evolving from here. So we have now, we can control weather, we are going to outer space. We are becoming, maybe 5 years down the line, we'll be becoming celestial being. We are doing, gene alterations to make different kind of babies. We all are doing that. So we are into that state where we are in the best of position to control things. So for us, it is very important that we responsibly think, and each one of us should contribute. We responsibly think, what is my contribution to ensure that I leave a better future, a greener future for the next generation? So that is from my side. If anyone have any questions, I'm happy to take it.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful insight. And now I would request Indrani Sanyal madam to enlighten us on the sustainable practices being followed in the healthcare sector, and preferably within 3 minutes if possible, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. See, healthcare sector, sustainable practices, the healthcare sector, in fact, is very close to the hospitality. Now, the first thing that we'll talk about is the right choice of chemicals. And why? Because, and how are we impacting healthcare? I mean, how do we help in patient outcome? Now, in the hospital sector, in a hospital, one of the third SDG, which is about good health and well-being, the third sustainable goal, the housekeeping plays a very, very direct role, and it has a great impact on the outcome of the patient well-being. Because please remember, in a hospital, the first level of infection control, and a major level of the infection control, is the responsibility of the housekeeping procedures, the housekeeping, the way the sanitizing is done, the disinfection is done of the patient surroundings and of the patient, of the lobby, the public areas, etc. So The first choice and the most important area is the right choice of chemicals, the right protocols of disinfection, and the right timeliness of disinfection. In fact, all infection control magazines or standards involve the infection control practices, which includes cleaning with the right kind of chemicals in the right periodicity. Secondly, the next major part where hospitals play a major role is the collection and the disintegration or the disposal of waste. The waste management, the waste that is coming out of the healthcare institutions is typically the biomedical waste and the hazardous waste. Both have immense impact on environment and sustainability. So whose responsibility is it to do the right segregation and disposal in a hospital and in the healthcare industry? It is the housekeeping. So they are responsible. We all, probably you are more aware after the post-COVID era that there is something called as biomedical waste, and it has its own process and protocols of disposal. So there again, in the healthcare sector, it is the housekeeping who is responsible for the entire waste management. And of course, there are guiding, it is governed by a lot of laws and lot of protocols which we are following by the Biomedical Waste Disposal Act. There is a Hazardous Waste Disposal Act. So we are governed by it all. But the department and the section who's responsible to manage it all is particularly the housekeeping. So by and large, it is these two main areas where I'll say healthcare adds to the sustainability value. And of course, all the 17 SDGs are some way or the other interrelated, and they have an impact, they all impact the outcome, one or the other. So these two being primary, I think it has a spiraling effect on all the other SDGs. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, madam. It was very nice insight, lots of things to learn. Now, I would request Amalan Kumar Dasgupta, sir, to kindly throw light on the sustainable practices which are being followed in the academic sector.
Yes, so thank you so much. Students, are you all here with me? Yep. Raise your hands. How many of you have bikes? Yeah. And when I say bikes, it also scooties, etc., etc. Right? How many of you go to your college in bikes? Raise your hands. Wow. So my dear youth, you are the power. Sustainability starts from right there. Use public transports. Do not get into the colleges with your own bikes. You start saving from there, right? So where I come from academics, what I say is, we need to preach, we need to practice what we preach. So it starts there. And with our students at Presidency College of Hotel Management, we are very, very clear. As much as possible, use public transport. That's number one. Number two, all of you have mobiles? Raise your hands. Yeah, so you see now. I'm not going to ask these questions because I'm also a victim to that. Just check your screen time. How much time you spend on the screen. And you don't have to answer me. Check your screen time, that apart from productive screen time, I'm not only talking about productive in terms of academics, in terms of studies, no. Fun is also an equally important quotient, okay? What I'm trying to say here is how much time other than that you spend just to see the ads, just to see XYZ. That's again, reduce it. Carbon footprints. So, practice begins at home. The academics spends a lot of effort in sustainability. As I always say, Students, tell me this answer. Do you live to sustain or do you sustain to live? I asked something. Do you live to sustain or do you sustain to live? Anyone? Yeah, it's both. But precisely, it's a balance that you need to create. And at the college, at where we teach, we need to preach as well. So, research, students, your power. Today, your power. You have to lead the show. We will show you what to do, but you will have to lead the show. Start practicing. Use of smart boards, less of pen and paper. Chalk and board is what we practice to balance sustainability. Lights, LED lights, right? So all that I want to submit here, academy here plays an extremely important role in terms of researches, in terms of practices, in terms of how to have an environment which is sustainable. So let's start practicing quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, we would like to have the pleasure of listening to Ms. Susan James Govankoppa about the sustainable practices which are being practiced in cruise lines. Please, ma'am.
Yes, in cruise line, basically we are all crew members. We are all being trained because in cruise line everybody comes for vacation. So we cannot pressurize them. Okay, come on, you cannot throw here, there. So as a crew member, what's our responsibility to tell the guest is to not to do. We have a policies on board where they say that, okay, not dispose these things. So as a crew member, we try to separate garbage, the waste, and also we have an environmental officer. And we go hand in hand. We work with the housekeeping as well. We are only using chemicals which are provided by the company approved. We cannot use the personal chemicals on board. So basically what they usually do is they protect the environment. Like basically they focus on the life below sea, one of the goal in sustainable in G20. So also emission. So those also they take care. And as a crew member, what's our responsibility is whenever we have a port of call, we should make sure that we have to follow the company's policy and we cannot just go and do what we like. It has been, as a crew members, we should make sure that to tell the guest if they are doing which is not supposed to be done. So now the company has come with, they had 2 services in a day. They have cut down. And also we have crew members who are trained. Basically what we do is we don't pressurize anybody. It's like you're on vacation time, you have to enjoy. That is the thing. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we would extend our attention to Mr. Ralph Sunil sir and understand how these sustainable practices are being planned and implemented in the facility management sector, please, sir.
Once again, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all listening to us, you know. This is a important thing that you will take back. Guys and boys and girls and everybody here, before I start telling you about sustainability, I'll tell you one thing. The job hoteliers and especially housekeepers are doing, this job happens everywhere in the world. Every single sector, every single place, every single activity on earth requires housekeeping. So you are probably in the best profession which not necessarily everybody can have. So that deserves a big round of applause for yourselves. You tell me one place where there is no housekeeping, including your house. Correct, no? Correct or wrong? sustainability has two parts. One part is English, which English sustainability means sustaining. You have to keep sustaining. If you go out to a restaurant 2 days a week, all your life, minimum at least 2 days a week, you should go to a restaurant. Or if you eat non-veg 2 days a week, you should eat non-veg at least 2 days a week all your life. If you are driving a bike, you should have at least a bike or above that all your life. So that's your personal sustainability. Same like that in a company should perform in a particular standard all its career. That is one part of sustainability. English meaning is sustain, keep it at that. Second part of sustainability is sustainability for the earth. Today, if there is no water, can earth sustain? Can it sustain or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? If there is no wind, can earth sustain? Clean air, can earth sustain? If earth is full of garbage, can earth sustain? So think earth as a company. So that is sustainability. The whole program, panel discussion today and today's session is how we can contribute to sustainability in this better way. And believe me, tomorrow all of you in the hotel industry or as housekeepers, you will be key resources to Earth's main natural resources. Because you will be using the maximum number of water in the hotel, you will be managing the waste, you will be managing linen, you will be managing air, everything is in your hands. And that's why this session is very important for you today. So please make sure that you take away a lot of good points from here and put it in your career all your life. I am from facilities management background plus hotels and many things. What we do? So one is water. Water in facility management is 100% recycled. That means if water goes down the drain, it can be treated, recycled. For example, Singapore. If you go to Singapore, I was invited there by the Singapore Water Board. Even the toilet water is converted to better than mineral water. I am not exaggerating. That's what happens there. The sea water, small portion, is converted to drinking water. That is the level of what happens in water conservation. But I am not telling you get there, but every drop of water should be saved, recycled, used. It can be used for many things. Horticulture, for example, cleaning, for example, flush, for example. Clean water need not be used for flush every time in various places. So water is a very important thing that all of us should use with discretion and make sure it happens that there is no waste on it. I'm taking a couple of minutes more.
Maybe, sir. We'll come to in the next round, sir.
Yeah, I'll just take two more things.
Right, sir.
Air pollution is also very important. So anything that comes out in the air from the chimney should be clean. Make sure that is happening. And waste. Waste can be 100% recycled. Plastic waste, today they are making roads, they are making buildings. So waste is a big activity of recycle. Concentrate on these three things. There are so many other things that you learn in your way, but in your hands, right from today, like Mr. Das Gupta was saying, many things are in our hands straight away. Sorry, I took a minute more.
No, that's absolutely fine, sir. Lots of things to learn from it. Thank you, sir. Now let us march forward and let us know what are the sustainable practices being followed in the hotel industry. So I invite Bindu madam to kindly share the informations, please, ma'am.
Everybody, all the other speakers have exaggerated and explained about sustainability. But I know I will go to the point that what hotel or a housekeeping is facing on a general basis. We all know sustainability is one of the main global issue now. And the problem or the threat that the housekeeping is facing will be the using of chemicals and water. I would say that both housekeeping and maintenance has to go hand in hand to protect our earth. We need to contribute to our earth. For that, in hotels generally what we do is, as sir rightly said, the sewage treatment plant, the STP water is being recycled and it is being taken back to the flush and even for gardening. That is actually been practiced in almost all the hotels, I believe. Then the second thing is about the water consumption. We get lot of rainwater free. It goes down within seconds. So if we have a tank to collect the rainwater and we do the rainwater harvesting, then we can save a lot of water. Then about water itself, I would say we can have sensor taps, so that even when if kids or somebody come and open the tap and they leave it like that, we lose a lot of water. So sensor taps and sensor lights, because in hotel industry there are some areas where the lights are never switched off, especially in the washrooms, in the lobby and all. So if it has been, at least in the toilets and all, if the lights are sensor, then we can save a lot of energy. Then about especially if it is a resort or somewhere, you should have a lot of ventilation so that natural light come in, so that can also reduce the usage of energy. So these are the main things, and I think I am running short of time, so maybe I'll...
Thank you, madam. Lots of insight from you about the hotel industry. And now let us pay attention to Mr. Ajay Singh sir and learn from him about the various sustainable practices being followed in the Indian Railways.
I think PHA has taken a wonderful step. Perhaps this is the first time that transportation sector also has been included. I represent railways, and I think all of you will agree that if there is no transportation, there will be no hospitality industry per se. If you go back to ages back, there used to be कारवां जहाँ रुकता था वहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ धर्मशाला होती थी, कुछ जगह होती थी जहाँ पे हॉस्पिटलिटी की ज़रूरत पड़ती थी. So, as far as railway is concerned, I think all of you are very much aware of railways. It doesn't need an introduction. It's been called various names, lifeline of the nation. As far as sustainability and environment is concerned, it's basically built into our DNA. If you are aware, railway transportation is, it takes almost 1/10 of the energy what it takes in any other mode of transportation, let's say road. If you have to move 1,000 people from point A to point B, railways takes just 1/10 of the energy. So it's been in our DNA, and ultimately we are into the business of provisioning of transportation for people as well as for goods. For both these things, in the back end, we need to do lots of activities, and they provide lots of scope for improvement, sustainability, and all other things. Actually, I will not dwell upon the various frameworks. Like SDG is just another framework. There can be a framework of statutory compliances. There can be a framework of analysis of demand supply policy and other things. But if you go down to basics, basically our activities in railways, it affects what is called the Panchtattvas of human existence: Dharti, Jal, Akash, Vayu, or Agni. If you map your activities, you can map how these 5 elements, basic elements of nature, are affected. And once you become a bit more conscious, a bit more mindful of our activities as a person, as an organization, or as communities, you will yourself start getting various interventions which are required to minimize our so-called footprint on nature. I will not give lots of gyan what we are doing. We keep doing lots of things in railways. We have moved over to bio toilets, which has been a big improvement. As far as housekeeping is concerned, at stations we are seriously into solid waste management, water management. Various things have been done. I'll just tell one thing, taking this opportunity because lots of youngsters are there, that आजकल ज्ञान की कोई कमी नहीं है, ना ही राय बहादुरों की कमी है जो आपको बहुत सारी राय देंगे. So sitting on this August stage, I don't want to become a Rai Bahadur. I don't want to give you sermons on what to do. But I will tell you one thing. You just have to be mindful of what all you are doing. Like you were told that if you're using a two-wheeler to come to college, see how you can use. And one most important thing for all the youngsters, I have also gone through your phase. I am trained as an engineer, slightly different way I have taken, but I have ended in sustainability. So one thing which is most important is courage, and second thing, communication. If you think that something can change the world, it can change your immediate kind of surroundings, please have the courage to, go after it. Learn to communicate effectively to others, to your seniors, so that, it can come into your, as an organization, it's not an individual effort. I'll take example of Niranjan Khatri sir. He's one of my gurus, environmental gurus, and I'm privileged to be his neighbor also. Had he not had the courage to do things his way in Andaman and later on the mainland, I don't think ITC would have, kind of been what ITC is today. So all of you must have courage. And ultimately kind of communicate effectively to your organization and make it happen and let it go into the DNA of your organization. I have lots of things to share. I think we can go offline with that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a great insight on Indian Railways. And since we are running short of time, just one questions, and that too, I would request panelists to answer in a word or in a sentence if possible. Railways have been doing a great job. So my first question is to railway sector, to Mr. Ajay Singh sir. Indian Railways have thought, is that Indian Railway has thought of getting rid of the plastics, and in railway stations, are they thinking to install some plants where they can package the water into a glass bottles, and maybe they will charge some amount of money, maybe they will have some charges on it, and they can give it to passengers. So maybe just if possible in one sentence, and remaining those who are interested, we can meet and have discussions during our lunch session.
Yeah, one great advantage both railways as well as airlines, and for that matter hospitality industry is having, is that we are having, we interact with lots of people. I think I am the heaviest in the room because in Indian Railways we carry 23 million passengers every day. And just to have an idea, at our Majestic railway station, the city station, the daily footfall, any idea what is the daily footfall at city station in Bangalore? It's 2 lakh every day. So you can imagine the kind of reach we are having. So as you told, you specifically asked about water and plastic. We are having policies in place, plus we are taking lots of initiative. Not only we are trying to cut down on plastic, we are trying to educate our passengers also. And one initiative which we have taken there is sending SMSs through our passenger reservation
Thank
system.
you, sir. That's really great. Lots of things to learn. Maybe we'll meet during the lunchtime. So those who are interested can be in touch with sir during the lunchtime, please. And quickly, I would just request to request the hotel industry representative, our Bindu madam. Madam, you are having lots of experience in the hotel industry. And there are many small hotels in the cities where they don't have expertise like you. So by chance, do you have any thought somewhere where you want to go down and reach to the hotels where they need your expertise and do something for them? Madam, please, if possible in one sentence, please, ma'am.
Actually, we are doing it. We have a Kerala Professional Housekeepers Association where we initiate on this sustainability mainly.
Great. That's really nice to hear, ma'am. And now my next question is to the healthcare sector. And I request and like to know from Indrani madam. During COVID, actually, we had been using lots of plastics because there were no other go. But after COVID, now the uses of plastics has gone down in the whole health industry. But still, I think hospitals, they don't have any go, and they use some of the plastic materials. So is there any thought process that is taking place in the healthcare sector so that they can reduce it down further?
There are plastics which are being used particularly majorly in waste management, as I said. Currently there are no further directives because these are guided by laws and rules. There are governing bodies. So there are specifications which we need to use, and that we are currently abiding by so that there is safer disposal compared to what is a single-use plastic.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, ma'am. Now we would like to move to the cruise line sector, And I would I would like to know from Susan James, madam. Usually, when in sea the ships are there, it is in the mid of the sea or in mid of the water. So, how do you handle this waste and other things that is generated? Because many guests and lots of waste will be generated. So, what is the mechanism, if possible, in 1 or 2 sentences, please, ma'am?
Yes, all the waste, they are treated and disposed in the ocean crystal clear. So water, like a crystal clear, as already sir has mentioned, is the same thing on board as well. So thank you.
Thank you, madam. Now, my next question is to the academic sector, and I would like to know from Mr. Amalan Kumar Dasgupta, sir, like, are you looking at the service design and to reduce the energy intensity, water intensity impact, so that our students are aware about it and they will try to abide by it once they grow up in the future?
Absolutely, I think you have hit the nail on the head. So the students are there and they are the power. And right from the beginning, we make sure that they are trained into sustainability, into energy savings, including a lux factor, what kind of lighting should be there. We try to teach them in hotel engineering, which is a subject. In terms of housekeeping, how much amount of chemicals to be used, what is ozone wash. Now I am sure you all must be knowing about ozone wash, which has come in laundry. It is a big time invention and which is replacing the chemicals. And it's a big thing in sustainability. So there are a lot of things we are doing in this. And I'll take one word here. I must thank PHA for providing this opportunity to all of us, including the student power here, to have an interactive sessions. Thank you, PHA, once again for that.
Thank you for the insight, sir. Now I would move to the aviation industry, and I'd like to know from Saptarshi Mukherjee, sir, since you have many TVs in aircraft, do you think of making use of those good communications by communicating in the TVs if you have in the flights about the sustainability? Any thought on that, sir?
No, so for Indigo, we don't use in-flight entertainment. As I started my conversation, that we would want to keep the aircraft light. So lighter the airplane flies, the more fuel we save, the more money we save. So we are more sustainable both in green as well as commercial. However, there are other ways and means in terms of social media to spread across the message of sustainability. We go by that. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. My next question is to the facility management sector, and I would like to request Mr. Rafael Sunil, sir, to just put his insight. Has JSW planted trees around its plant? Usually we do lots of tree plantation inside our campus. Is there any thought process, or are you practicing where you are planting trees in and around your plant, sir?
Thank you for asking that question. JSW makes steel and many other plants, cement, energy, paints. They often say the plant is inside a garden. So JSW has planted 1.8 million trees. That is 18 lakh trees alone in their plant. So if you come to the plant in JSW, any plant, you will not see the plant, you will see as if you are going to a resort. And going further, we are going to double this amount so that the air quality and the flora fauna will become much more. So horticulture and green belt is a major initiative by JSW across all its plants in the country.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Let us give good round of applause for all our panelists. Lots of learning, and I know lots of students will be having many questions, but due to paucity of time, we'll try to interact during the lunch time. So I would like to have participation from the students. I will tell dal, dal, path, path. I would request you all to tell Paryavaran ki suraksha mere haath. I repeat, I will tell dal, dal, path, path. You all can tell Paryavaran ki suraksha mere haath. Dal, dal, path, path. Dal, dal, path, path. Dal, dal, path, path. Okay, it is Paryavaran ki suraksha mere haath. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.
Srinivasan, Associate Professor and Mentor, T. John College, to please facilitate the moderator and the panelists.
PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA.
A very good morning to all of you. I am being honored by asking to facilitate the panel here. And I want to say one thing that Jayashree ma'am, I see today 600 plus students. I remember talking about having 150 students to make a good organization. I'm so happy today. Thank you, Jayashree ma'am.
I request everyone to come forward so please here.
Hey, YUVA. Let's sound of PHA. YUVA. Welcome home for people. YUVA. Your time here is grateful here. YUVA. You'll feel great to be here. YUVA. Na 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 na. We treat you with smile. You'll stay moved on in style. We do it with pride. This is our life, yeah. It's a rocking career, eh? Bonding relations in your head. Run the clock on the move and that's we cheer.
Do re mi let's say PHA.
YUVA. Challenges you every day,
Oh yeah,
YUVA. Sharing knowledge every day,
oh yeah,
YUVA. We were together, winning hearts always.
oh yeah.
Love you, PHA. YUVA.
All the way,
What's more, PHA. YUVA.
shows the way.
PHA for family, so we say every day. Na 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 na. Yeah.
Stay moving in style.
Na 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 na. Yeah.
This is our life. We treat you with smile.
Yeah.
Na 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 na. We do it with pride.
Yeah.
This is our life.
Yeah. PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA. PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA, PHA, YUVA.